This is Noel. Today I had the idea of making a overhead gantry for my CNC machine. It'll hold the vacuum lines and air lines and power lines and get them in a position where they can get to I can route them to the head all over the table. And I've seen this before working in the industry of factories and fire testing. I want anybody to know who's using Fusion360 that there's a steep, tall learning curve. I struggle with Fusion360, but I do get something out of it. And I've been watching YouTube videos to get better at using Fusion360. I just want you to see that I struggle because if you're using Fusion360 and you're a new user, even just a few months, you probably struggle with it too. So I put this in here just to show that I'm struggling with it, but I do get something out of it. I've also found some settings on my software, my video editing software, so now the menus and the numbers are all clear, and I hope that comes through on the YouTube video. So I finally figured out how to rotate my piece, and I've got my 2D contour. The origin is right in the center of the piece, even though it's outside the cut area. So I'm looking at my depth of cut and doing tool simulations. This is one of the best features of Fusion360 is the CAM, getting ready for the CAM, the computer-aided machining. You can go through and adjust your settings till it looks about right, and you can see that my depth of cut is not quite what I wanted. The material is actually 0.71 inch thickness, and I'm going through and adjusting the depth of cut so that it is cuts just enough and not too much into my spoil board. Now when the tool turns red, that's not a good sign. You need to look at something. What I think here is happening is the tool has run out of flutes. The flute depth is not enough, and so it's basically pushing through the material, and it's trying to tell me that. So if the tool turns red, you know you got to go look at your settings a little bit more. .75, yeah, I think I can bring that up just a tad. The origin is in the center of the pattern. It's outside the cutting area. So now I think I make it from the top of the material, I make it 0.74. So it's 0.04 of an inch below the material. The tool's not red. I think I got what I need. So I'm going to post that to a G-code file and take it on a thumb drive down to the Mach 3 program. This is the Mach 3 program that runs the machine. It's not connected to the internet. It's only connected to the machine to avoid interruptions. And here I am zeroing, homing all the axes. All you can see right now is it's homing the the x-axis. It does the z first, the y second, and the x third. So that's homed, and the stock on the table has a large bow in the center. So I'm working now to get it home, or at the origin point. I measure that up as 40 inch up on the board. I'm loading the G-code now. Now I need to zero the axis at the point where the origin is. It's 40 inches up on the stock and 11¼ inches into the stock. There, I've got that point. You can see it in the upper right hand corner. Now I show next zeroing on the top of the stock, but what I actually did later was zero it an inch higher. This is just a beauty shot of an instrument. But this is a step you should not miss. Well, this is what it looks like when I finished it. My son held it up high while I applied all the fasteners. The hinges will hold up to 165 pounds based on the package. And I screwed them into 3/4 inch plywood that's well adhered to the studs in the wall. I'm feeling this is good. I think the gantry weighs about 40 pounds, and it'll probably weigh a little bit more when I get all the tubes on it. I thought this video came out very well, and I'm really pleased with the software and all the parts that came together, and I'm getting better at this. Thank you for watching.